So this happened probably around 10 to 11 years ago, when I was 15 or 16. For a little backstory, the legal drinking age in my country is 18. So if you want alcohol and didn't have a fake ID or a parent to get it for you, then you had to wait around outside the off-licensed liquor store for Americans until somebody came by who agreed to go in and purchase the alcohol for you. So we waited around, found somebody who was willing to go in and buy our alcohol for us, and got him to purchase a few bottles of vodka for me and my friends, 2 of which I was with, and the others that we were going to meet up with after we had done this. Now, as it was around 6 p.m., we decided it was too much of a risk to put our vodka into less suspicious-looking bottles in the middle of the street, as it was very busy. So we did what we would usually do in this situation, and found a nearby food place to quickly run in and use the bathroom to put our alcohol into different bottles, so we could be on our way. This time we chose to do this in a nearby McDonald's. We had done it before, so we knew it would be a safe bet. We go into McDonald's and head straight for the bathroom, as we had done a million times before. As we get into the bathroom, me and my other 2 friends, we'll call them Harriet and Kara, all occupy one cubicle to get the job done and get out and back to our drinking ASAP. And as I previously mentioned, we had done this lots of times before, and usually opted to come into this McDonald's, as it was usually busy, which meant nobody would pay attention to 3 teenagers running straight into the toilet without buying anything. So anyways, we were all in there doing our thing, when I could suddenly hear a lot of shifting and moving around us. I figured it was possibly the air conditioning, and I opted not to tell my friends, as I thought it might freak them out. We get the job done, and as we're about to leave the cubicle, we hear a giggle, and where he goes off to. I was presenting as a female at the time. I looked up and I see the forehead and the eyes of a male who looked to be about 30, just staring out from underneath a tile in the ceiling that he had slightly lifted. We were all in shock, just staring at this guy who proceeded to giggle down at us and ask our names, where we were going, and if he could come. We are all in shock, because let's be honest, who really expects there to be some random guy in the ceiling of a McDonald's? Being a teenager who thought I was untouchable, I proceeded to tell the guy that he was a perv and to go screw himself. The guy seemed to enjoy this and giggled a little bit more, still shifting around in the ceiling, never taking his eyes off of us. Now I should mention that along with the pouring our drinks into the other bottles, we pre-rolled a few joints, so we were terrified to alert anybody at this point, as we were young and terrified of our parents finding out. The guy still staring at us proceeds to ask us questions, like, what are you guys doing? Where do you live? How old are you? Can I have some of your drink, smoke some of your weed? Still all the while twitching and fidgeting overhead. He then started to lift the tile, and as we were stuck in the cubicle with this guy above us, we knew the only way for him to get down was to come down directly on top of us. So we got out of there pretty quick. We went outside and discussed what we were going to do, and I decided to go back in and alert somebody, as it's a very busy McDonald's, and I knew there would be women and children in and out of the toilet until closing time. I didn't want to risk that guy staying up there just to spy on them, especially since I knew he was there and had witnessed his behavior firsthand. So I go in and I tell a member of the staff that I had been on the toilet for a while, taking a phone call, and that there's a guy that had appeared in the ceiling. And to my shock, they were completely unsurprised. They were just mad more than anything. I had seen a few male members of staff enter the toilet, and I figured they could handle it from there, so I went on with my way. We still went into that McDonald's, but never had an encounter with the ceiling guy again. We're not even sure if the guy got caught, as we didn't hear anything about it afterwards. But that was the first and last time I've ever experienced a creeper in the ceiling. I live in France, and this story